the studios of Turnstile Records, join us for another exciting installment of The Escape Pod. In an infinite universe of mindless podcasting, only one will reign supreme. And then there's this one.
The Escape Pod.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Escape Pods. My name is Arthur Podzarelli.
My name is
Podsy Weber.
Podsy Weber.
And you're Mr. and Mrs. Poddingham.
Okay.
Just for this episode.
Okay.
We've got Danoz back in the studio.
It's great to be back, boys.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to see you, mate.
And we're all sitting in the same seats again. It's kind of like we never left. Isn't it?
I haven't left. I was here
We're
yesterday.
wearing the same fucking t-shirt.
I've only got 2 T-shirts, Tim.
We've been through this. You're wearing that same, what is it? Your Public Enemy t-shirt again, Jeremy.
Skank spill.
It's not good.
So how's everybody going there?
Yeah, well, I'm good. I've
Good?
had a great day, actually. Had
Yeah.
a good day out. Yeah.
Some good results from the last show.
Good.
Got some turnover.
Good.
Some texts.
Good.
Some subscribers.
Yeah,
some,
wasn't sure
some
how it'd go,
fans, some
being,
likes. You got your
New to the game.
You've got your Facebook posts.
you got your blogs. You got your Instagram photos. You got your all there.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so how did you feel, Dan?
Satisfied.
Yeah,
it was.
We're talking about the podcast, right?
Yeah, no, it left me with tingles in all the right places.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
In your golden larynx.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Dan, you've been you've moved into a new house, and you've been having some issues, I hear.
Well, I wouldn't say issues. It's just, as many of our listeners out there would know, when you move into a new place, which is actually a really, really old house, there's a period of getting to know you. So I'm
getting to know all about you.
I'm getting to know all about my new house.
The who are you of houses?
Mm-hmm.
We're also joined
How
by
are
Frankie.
you?
I'm going to let her out.
Are you going to let the Frankie out?
Yeah. So anyway, I have an interesting conundrum every night, which I thought I might share with you. I am cursed by the need to go for that sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock piss.
Urination.
And
You're getting old and your blood is...
it does my head in, and I wake up every night. I go
Same time every night?
Yep, and it just does my head in. But anyway, to make matters worse, my old house squeaks. So my job every night at 2:30 in the morning is to escape my room, make it down the hallway, and to the toilet, flush the toilet, and get back
if it's
without waking up wife and two daughters.
Newborn
Can
baby.
Now, what I actually live every night is that challenge scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. First stage, only the penitent man will pass. So, in order to escape my bedroom, which is challenge number 1, what I need to do is sort of roll and stretch and hope that I don't actually stretch out once you get beyond that point where you can't pull back and land on the wife's leg.
Yeah,
and
you're doing the sly, sneaky
because
slither out of the room.
What's going to happen
if
you
I
wake her
if
up?
I get out my side of
he's
the
gonna be
bed,
fucked.
if I get out my side of the bed and walk around the bottom of the bed, the biggest squeak in the house sits right there. So it's
That's
like booby trapped.
No-go zone.
No-go zone. So I have to do the roll and leap of faith.
The Tucker roll. Oh, no, it's the Indiana Jones off the side of the cliff. Yeah,
Well, no.
This is
the only the penitent man will pass. So I have to kneel and roll. It's sort of like a one motion. Kneel and roll. And then you quickly hook on the... yeah. But anyway.
We've all seen the movie.
But anyway, stage 2. Walk in the name of God. Oh, you idiot. In ancient Hebrew, Jehovah begins with an I.
And is that? And is
How
that,
could I be so stupid?
Are the letters like the each one is the creak? Each creak in the floor.
Each plank is a letter.
Ah, yes.
So you can trust a plank at a certain stage of the journey, but you can't trust a plank at other stages.
True.
And if you head out hard left almost immediately, you can almost guarantee a smooth ride, but you've got to step back right just before.
And
making
weather would change the.
Oh yeah, it gets cold and it's fucked.
And then
it's
it's
like
different.
double squeak.
Double squeak.
Double squeak.
We got
So,
we got the double squeaks.
yeah. But anyway,
So you're halfway
it's a
down the
challenge.
hallway now. This has been 20 minutes and you haven't taken a piss.
Yeah, and I live this every night. So
Damn it. It's not.
yeah, so I don't know. I think the secret might be carpet.
The
Yeah,
third
it could
stage
be
is
carpet.
the
Yeah.
third
This is
stage
what-
is get your
Get your urine
cut
out.
Your head cut off, isn't it? Is it?
No,
Third
that's
stage
the,
is the leap of faith, where
leap of
he,
faith, where
he
you gotta
scatters he scatters a few
That's if you can't.
stones.
That's if there's no
But
light.
that no. The scattering of the
Teeming through the
stones
windows.
is the thing that probably bugs me the most, because the previous owners, in their dressing up of the house to make it look pretty for sale, decided in their wisdom that they should put down Lilydale topping. And anyone who's ever just you fucking can't get the shit off your feet,
Wouldn't the
and
leap
then you
of
walk
faith,
in.
Wouldn't
Isn't
the
it?
leap of faith be the flush? Because that's the part where you don't know if
Yeah.
anyone's going to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
you
I'd like
wait
to
a
go
minute.
right back to the start where the dude's going to get his head cut off. Remember that part? Is that the first one?
That's the first
That's
one.
if you wake up your wife.
Yeah.
You get your head cut off.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you're getting off the bed, which is the second part. Look, I've lost all.
Yeah.
I used to have a method of sneaking up into my bedroom to evade sound. And I found that if you step on the far edges of the steps,
Where the nails are.
you're not going to get much creak
Yeah,
action.
I used to think
Step in the middle. No good.
sneaking out of our house
creak,
as kids. I remember I used to opt for going out the window onto the roof and then down over the tiles. And it actually turns out that once you're in a really quiet house, that walking on tiles in the middle of the night actually sounds like a fucking
Person on
herd
the
of
roof.
elephants.
Sounds like a person on the roof.
Yeah.
You did like the old sneak out, didn't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
so-
fun. It's
Yeah.
all about, excitement.
Do you reckon your parents knew exactly what you were doing? You weren't actually
Yeah,
sneaking.
did we
it
get
was-
away with it?
Yeah, or they were just like, no, those dickheads, they're sneaking out again.
He's on the roof again.
I don't know.
I'm
What's
not getting
he-
out
what's
of
he
bed,
doing
it's
on
too
I don't know.
cold.
That's
I don't
right.
know. I don't know.
We never got really busted.
Wow.
Wow.
Which-
It was that one time I stole the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaking out houses, just into houses. I haven't done it for a while.
Sneaking out. Jeez. That was out the back fence for us. But you just have to wait. You sneak up the stairs. So you do exactly what you're saying. Sneak up the stairs as not to make any creaking. Put your head to the door to see if they're snoring.
As to not hear any speaking.
Yes, they're not talking,
Then,
they're snoring.
yeah. It's got to be rhyming. Because you've got to do your own Indiana Jones rhyme. So get from the bed. Make sure that you're sneaking. Listen to their snores.
And
Make sure
look
they're
for their
not
peeking.
speaking. Go to the doors and
Have
something
a peeking.
peeking. Yeah, that's such
And then you just, get out and sneak out and then come back.
Yeah.
everyone
plays
and
with the
get
dice.
away with it.
Yeah.
That's it. Get away
So all
with
you
it.
kids out there, it's easy to sneak out and say sneak out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Lots of fun to be done after dark.
Well, Tim, have you got a red hot tip?
I read a hot tip today. I went to the
cooking-
fruit market
Cooking
and
Yeah.
I found how disgusting the ends of some fruits are.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Disgusting in what way? Mushy
well, you know,
and
like-
mouldy, or suggestive
like
of like a
suggestively,
baboon's anus?
Yes, I sent you a photo of an anus. But there's a lot of fruits and vegetables that I don't know about,
Okay.
and I wouldn't know how to use.
You've got your bok choys. You've got your,
You've got your lettuce. You've got your corn.
tomato.
No, just ones that because I go down to Bushy Park. It's a big. You got your
Veggies
you got your
and
fruits, big market thing. It's kind of discount, and
Okay.
it's probably a mafia run,
Okay.
no doubt.
Disclaimer: we don't know that for sure.
We don't know.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Covered by all that.
God bless you.
But there are a lot of this, like you got your squashes.
Mm.
What do you put in squash, in a soup or a salad?
I think you can treat a
Well-
squash just like a zucchini.
Well,
But
squash
they're
can be.
just squashed zucchinis.
They actually are that, aren't they? Is that
Like-
what? Did you think that's what they get it
I
from?
think they can be quite expensive. I don't think you would be wanting to put them
Okay,
up
so
in a soup.
squashes are out.
No,
No,
just no. You
squashes
don't
are
want to
in.
put them in a soup.
I'm
waste them
partial
in
to a squash.
Yeah. Would you
What
cut
do
them up
What do you
in
put them in?
a roaster?
A steamer.
You roast them.
You just do what
Steam
you do
it.
with any other vegetable.
Oh, you roast them, Tim. I think you'll find that you roast them.
Okay, it's a roast.
But I've already said that I've only got 4 recipes:
Yeah.
muffins,
Yeah.
crumpets, beans, and takeaways. So
I'm
I don't know
surprised.
what
I'm surprised you
about.
haven't gone to the suppository already.
Oh, Dan has warned me not to. Just keep it out of the downstairs area,
yeah,
Jess.
just
Just
keep
for
it
once.
out. It's just-
Yeah.
What's the reverse of a suppository?
I
Diarrhea.
Poo.
I'm not saying anything to do with it. I'm not having this
Okay.
conversation.
Don't go there.
He's trying to bait me into it.
I am actually. But
Speaking
yeah,
of
but-
baiting, have you heard that? Told you that story about how I met your mother?
yeah, veggies.
Veggies.
And
So what of them,
we're
Tim?
slipping into soup season. Soupy soup. Do you
winter
do
time.
soups?
Yeah. We do a lot of soups.
Our other co-star, Adam, is completely opposed to any hot liquids of any description. I
Is
said,
he
well, how do you
just?
shower, you fucking prick? What are you going to do then?
It's getting a bit nasty.
Hey, you're
And
horrible.
What did he say?
No answer.
Doesn't wash.
It's not, well,
He
he's
didn't
not
have
here
an
to
answer.
defend himself. So
Okay.
I'm going to
stumped
say
What's
he
the
didn't
what's the
answer.
general aroma like in the studio when Ads is here?
It smells like a bit like ball wind.
Okay.
You know, ball wind?
Yeah. Here's
I-
some.
I won't.
Oh,
It's quite rich.
Maybe we'll post up.
that's so pungent.
Hey, Tim,
Aroma
what was with the end of that story about the fruits, the weird things in the markets you didn't finish?
No, well,
wash?
there's a lot of fruits that I don't know, and we're walking around with my child and saying, "Would you like this? Is a beetroot. This is a watermelon.
What's this one, Daddy?
I don't fucking know.
What about that one, Daddy?
Never seen it before.
What can you do with this?
That one gives you AIDS.
Steer clear of that one.
What colour is that?
Well, you tell me what color it is.
How much have you got to spend on our food, Daddy?
Go to your fucking room.
I'm at Bushy Park, though.
Okay, we're out of here. That is pretty much it. That there are a few vegetables. I don't know if they're newies or if they're
Okay.
oldies. I don't know if they're
Genetically
predominantly-
modified and...
Well, we live in these crazy times. They could be genetically enhanced.
I think with
Vegetables, I don't know.
Yep.
multiculturalism, a lot of different cultures bring in their style of veggies because things vary and whatnot.
Yeah.
do- I
I
do
can
like
vouch for that. I'm in a household now that probably eats chrysanthemum.
Dead set.
Probably once every
Is that
2
flowers?
weeks.
That's a
Yeah.
flower.
But this is like one that grows in water, and
Have
they
you ever
use it
considered
like
the fact that she doesn't
spinach, and it's
know how to cook and she's just going in the garden and
Oh.
going, la 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 la, and some daisies for my man. And they're
She
going,
keeps
what do you
saying,
call
what
this,
are you,
honey?
Why don't you plant some pretty flowers?
I call it shit. Honey, what do you call this?
Oh, shit, I found
No,
it.
what do you call this?
Chrysanthemums.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble saying words this week.
Chrysanthemums.
That's a hard. That's a
Yeah.
that's a
and,
doozy.
Lotus root.
Could be a name for a.
What are you doing with them though? Soups.
I'm cha-cha-charing them.
Mm.
A little bit of stir fry.
Cha-cha-cha?
Yeah, cha-cha-cha. That's the Chinese way of saying stir fry.
Ah,
Cha-cha-cha.
cha-cha-cha. I've seen the cha-cha yum
Just because that's the
brand.
noise that it makes.
So post that up on Twitter. That photo of the bizarre.
I could do that. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna share the
I'm gonna start
Twitter
doing that
from
more.
the Escape
Yeah.
Potters.
We'll get a Frankie up there. I'll put one up tonight. And
Well, I've got a question for all those Twitters out there.
at Escape Potters.
I just at
by the way.
Escape Potters. I want to know whether or not I'm the only person who inverts every second slice of bread in preparation for making a toasted sandwich, so that when you put it together in the toasty machine,
doesn't-
it marries up perfectly.
You do that, and there's nothing more frustrating than realizing that you've buttered the wrong, or you've put the sauce or the mayo on the wrong side, and then you join it together and it doesn't fucking fit. I hate that.
And then
I hate that too. But I wonder how many people are out there that make that conscious thought, I need to invert every second slice so that when I put my sandwich together in the toasty machine,
it meets up.
I'm going to get perfectly matched up toasties.
and then I'm going to open and close the fridge door 5 times and turn off the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's true. I do that.
You do that?
I do.
Well, that's good.
Do that. I also have a stutter.
I thought I was
Every
having
time
a
I
little
talk
bit of
about-
like OCD or
Every time
something.
I talk about,
Do you think that's overly
bread, I get a stutter.
diagnosed now? Just people are either... I'm
Assholes.
I'm ADD. Yeah, that's right. You're an
Yeah.
asshole, so you're just like, oh, I'm ADD. Didn't you know that?
ADD. I'm an ODing ADD. I'm actually ODing on ADD.
I'm an ODB.
I'm an
ODD.
OD. I'm a DB ODB.
And an OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
Very good. Very
that
good. I think-
yeah, it is. It's very common, the common diagnosis. What else?
Yeah.
What else are things going around that people?
There's a lot of
look at and
Asperger's
say-
going around. Everyone's
Asperger's?
on the spectrum.
There
Everyone.
is. It's the
Yeah.
spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like hysteria. It's like, everyone's...
Well, you know how they cured hysteria.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. You know
Oh yeah.
that? If you don't, look it up.
I-
It's sexy.
And very creepy as well.
Can be.
Very creepy.
Depends on who's counteracting the hysteria.
Mm.
Come into my
Which
eyes.
probably leads us directly onto Pop Asia.
It probably does, doesn't it?
We'll get onto that one in a minute. I've got one other thing about a game I played early on in the piece. It's things I've learnt about kids this week because I don't have kids. So do you guys, have you got any off the, like, because I've got some, but have you got any off the right off the back because you've got newborns and whatnot? No, you don't. Telling children that there is to be no more crying today actually makes them cry harder.
Don't know if that's been proven, but ignoring them until they
Shut
go
up.
away.
Yeah.
I'm not required to be sober to look after
if
children.
you can hide it enough, I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm drunk right now.
2-year-old kids need short cups to drink from and can't handle a tall cup. Or is it us that can't handle them holding the tall
No,
cup?
And-
no, I think
and
there's
when-
truth. There's truth in that.
But when does
it's
it?
the,
When does
it's
it?
the velocity caused by the extra tip.
When does a short cup
Become
stop
a long
being-
cup?
Stop being a bowl. Stop being a cup and
I
become a
don't-
bowl. At what stage?
I
Honestly, I want to know.
don't
How
I'm-
deep?
well-
How deep are your bowls at home? You got deep bowls or you got shallow bowls?
I have a collection of bowls. I think you can't have too many bowls.
You got your rice
But don't-
bowls. You
you've
got your
got
china
your-
bowls.
Don't you think it's setting them up for failure, though? Like saying, right, you're a little child, you're a baby, so you can only drink from small cups. Why don't we just go straight into it?
my little
you learn how to use a big cup.
My little
Big guy?
one is going through the "I'm a big girl" phase. Everything is "I'm a big girl," so we have to let her do everything, which adds about an hour and a half to any task
Yeah.
that you need to
Yeah.
do.
Especially
But
your
she's,
taxes.
she's a big girl, so
You're a big girl, honey. You can do these taxes for me. Here you go.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
here's my superannuation.
Don't
files
forget
and-
about all the claims
I
and
think
deductions.
I switched to small cups to fit in the hand better. Small hands.
There is that.
Because I want to protect my furniture.
Mm,
And the bigger the cup,
Okay.
the bigger the spill.
yeah. Where do you say it's okay to actually take the lid off so that
The
they
sippy,
can
the tippy sippy,
the tippy
sippy-
sippy
sippy
sippity tippity?
sippity tippity. When did I take the tippity sips off?
Why did they call it baby bunting?
Knew you had to go there sooner or later.
Why?
Why is it?
Why?
What is bunting?
There's a nursery rhyme called some.
Baby bunting.
Yeah.
Baby bunting burgers. You've all had them. Everyone loves a baby bunting burger.
Yeah. Baby bunting burgers.
Their burger bunting hot, 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 hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't roll your fucking eyes at me, you dirty
Hey,
bastard.
just to lift the mood a little bit, because it's just. Well, let's play something else. A game that maybe I've invented it before. I think we said it on another podcast, but it's this week. Who do you want to hug right in their stupid fucking face?
Right. Who do you want to hug?
Yeah, nice people that you want to hug. Because usually like we're punching people in the face, but like sometimes you got to meet nice people, and we should give them props.
Yeah, I want to hug. I want to hug a person that helps an old lady across the fucking road, because those old ladies need a lot of help. So I just want to pat somebody on the back and say, "You did a fucking great job, you asshole."
Wow.
For helping out old ladies.
I want to hug myself in the fucking face.
Okay.
Because
tell me more.
Well, there's a bakery down the ways, and they're having a similar problem that we've talked about once again on a podcast, is who's been stealing all the fucking charity tins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I went into the bakery and it's gone on the tip jar, third attempt to have a tip jar.
Third attempt.
Third
You're going
attempt.
back for more.
And I went, third attempt. She's gone, yeah, someone keeps stealing it.
Stealing the tips.
And the reason I'm hugging myself in the face is because I suggested, why don't you attach a chain to it?
Because he's pretty much Batman.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Put a chain
solving
to it.
crimes, man. Get
Put
a chain.
to it. That's
yeah.
fucking brilliant.
Great suggestions, and also is pretty good at traffic control.
Yeah, man.
Why don't you attach bells and whistles,
Do
whistles
something.
to it?
Get a camera. Put blue tack onto it.
Blue tack. Yep. Surely, because when you
Gaffer
yank
tape.
it, you're thinking it's going to be not stuck. Or do the old glue the 20-cent piece to the concrete trick. Do you remember that?
That's it gets me.
What was the last bit of money you found?
Well, it's funny you should say that, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I stumbled across a genuine 1959 Australian penny.
Yeah.
This
You were
this
saying that.
afternoon.
Actually,
I was
yeah.
just pottering
Yeah.
Oh,
around
you
in
weren't
the
doing
garden.
that as a lead.
No, that wasn't a lead-in.
Nah.
interesting.
Jeremy likes collecting fucking knickknacks from dirt.
Yeah, fine. That's one of my superpowers. I find a shitload of bottles, and I'll definitely put up my bottle collection.
Every time I look on the ground, there's dirt there. And it's just amazing. I find
see
it.
it.
Every time I look down, I'll see dirt.
and bottles,
Yeah.
Bottles
dirt.
full of dirt.
Yeah.
and I find
ever
Do you think
full,
it's
the bottles?
because
Yeah,
your
sometimes
do you think
it's-
it's because your brother's so good at developing collections? You thought,
Tim's,
fuck,
because Tim's got his
I'm gonna-
collections of
I'm gonna
Transformers and
get
records.
some, some bottles.
Well, no one else was doing it. It's an original collection.
Here's a bottle.
Oh,
I guess
thanks.
you find yeah.
Thanks.
There's another empty one over there, and there's 6 of them over there.
No. Kudos to Jeremy. They do look pretty cool.
I'll post one. One up one day.
Yeah.
For me, I guess I'll hug myself in the face.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, good.
I'll give myself a fucking hug in the fucking face. Because I did a Good Samaritan act.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I want to know, like, there's a tipping point in a Good Samaritan scenario where you're like, I'll help them out, and I'll tell you the story. I'll help them out, but then you are helping out somebody to somebody else's
Advantage.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
You gotta.
So what's
you gotta,
happening?
You gotta. What is it? Toe the line. Is that it?
Draw the line.
Is it? To the line.
If you're
Take it to the limits.
well, do you?
No, okay. So we're in the car park, and a lady put her kids in the car, and we were next to her, and we're like, "Well, I'm ready to go, but I can't get out till she gets out."
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts doing like a 38-point turn, and I'm like, "This is going to take too long. I'm going to Batman this bitch." I'm gonna get
Wait
out.
a
I'm
second.
gonna wave some goddamn.
Is he
traffic
Batman
off
now?
of you.
Yeah.
Am I Robin then?
Okay.
I jumped out, and so she's gone. There's a one-way. It's onesie waysies. She's come out 38 times, and
Can't make the turn.
ended the wrong waysies.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So right next to
How new was the car?
fairly new. Power
So
steering. The
it's
works.
got sensors,
She was- you know-
reversing camera.
Yeah, you know when when people reverse.
It basically reverses itself.
You know when people reverse and you can see them reversing and then they look in their mirror and it goes "Arr!" and stops and they go, "Oh, I better go forward," turning the wheel and whatnot. Fuck this. I'm going to fucking Batman this bitch. I got out and Batman the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I directed her into, like, a guy came up behind me, an old fella. One of those guys with the red veins in his nose. You know,
Okay.
you know that guy. You know that dude? He came up behind me and came just a little bit too close that let's just call her Nancy.
Okay,
Couldn't
Nancy.
get out of her spot. And I've said to the guy, "Oh, could you just back it up a little bit?" Because as he's waiting there now in like a T sort of thing,
So you're
people trying to
directing
get-
traffic just like Batman does.
Then there's 3 or 4 cars that sort of bank up, waiting to turn right. Old mate's there, and she's trying to do a turn, and I've got to direct her back because she's not going to reverse out of this joint. It'd be impossible. So I'm starting to get the old beepity beep beep beeps.
Oh, no.
Right? So I say to the old guy, "Could you please, move back a bit, mate?" He's like, "She's facing the wrong way. She's not allowed to go that way." And I'm like, "But just back it up. Just back it up. Back it up, darling." He wouldn't listen to me, so I did the old.
Constipated?
I did the old one diddy dan diddy window itty
Yeah.
Yeah.
That old one.
action.
Yeah, yeah.
One diddy dan diddy. And I'm like, "You can see what's going on here, mate. Can you back it up?" "She's not supposed to be going that way." I'm just like, "Back it up, and we can all get out of here."
Biatch.
Then as I'm doing that, I'm getting like honkety honk honk, right? So I'm trying to go. So we're tipping.
You're starting to get the rage.
I'm
Is
starting
it
to get
feeling?
the tip, the tippity tip, and
Tim's red hot tip.
my tip's getting hot, and beepity beep beep beep. So I turn around in probably an unreasonable rage, and said, "Just wait." And the guy stuck up his finger at me.
Wow.
Wow.
So I did the old starey stare, right at him, and made the mouth movements of fuck off, right? Fuck off. I did it twice.
Car parks can cause a lot
I
of...
think I scared his wife in the passenger seat, and they didn't say anything. I got the traffic out, and everybody was saying the same. But hey.
And she left the wrong way.
But no, she got around, and then we got the hell out of there. Beep, 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 beep. She was facing the wrong way.
Okay.
There you go. My job here is done.
I just had a rage story. You've got so many stories about me raging out.
I do. But got out of there. But
Oh,
it's that
God.
tipping point, you know. I'm going to go help somebody. Like the time that I saved the person with the hammer.
Yeah,
through
with the
head. We said that.
crowbar hammer.
Somebody
Yeah.
pulled a hammer. I won't
Just
bore
before
you
you
with the
get off,
details.
just before you get off car parks, something that really fucking riles me: people who insist on reversing into a fucking car park. Like, just fucking drive in.
See,
I'm waiting
he's a
behind
beeper.
you.
He's a beeper.
I'm not a beeper. I'm just silently swearing to myself in the car, going, "Why don't you just fucking drive in?"
I'm going to have to mouth the words
No,
to you.
Dan's-
Fuck off.
Dan's not a beeper. He's a nasty letter writer and leave on the windscreen
He's
wiper.
a windscreen writer, wiper.
But
He's
but
a
if
wiper
I have to
rider.
endure these people who, they can't drive properly, so it's a fucking minute and a half procedure, and by the time they're in, there's 6 cars waiting to like drive past to look for a
And that's
fucking car
concerning.
park,
It's
and people
concerning.
get angry in car parks
that's
already.
right, and there's a
look
tipping
at
point.
look at your old dude who flipped you the bird just for trying to help an old chick fucking get out of a car park.
And basically, I got out of the car because I was getting pissed off and saw it was going to take me
Yeah,
a long time
yeah.
to get out, so I helped her. So
I think
not
there's
real,
just not enough ventilation. Maybe it's like something in the carbon monoxide makes people get angry.
when you're in your
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, but I fucking hate car
It's your
parks.
little-
I'll tell you what, that invention of the green light over the spare car parking spot,
Best thing ever.
best thing ever.
But does it work?
It works
I think that's
most
failed.
of the time.
Failed me a
Most
lot
of
of
the time.
times. I
No,
think.
when there's like a fire hydrant or something, you get all worked up and you think, yes, I've got one. And
This one's mine.
yeah, why are all the
It is a
people
good
driving
invention,
past? Yeah, it's great.
But you don't have that on the outside.
Look
parks.
in.
You do.
Outside looking in.
You got to have the you got to have.
On the outside car parks, you don't have green lights over the old.
so you don't know
Note
what's
to
going on,
self:
so-
don't use the outside car park.
Troop.
Yeah.
Troop.
Look
It
for
could rain.
Look for those golden green
little
little lights of.
And what about your story of extreme rage?
Well, which
car-related?
one? Which
There was the one.
time?
There was the one time that
At band camp.
at band camp, at car camp, that we're driving down the road and I think we were stopped, and then a dude went past your car and tippity tippity tip the car a little bit?
No, that time the Terminator story.
When Jeremy turned Terminator.
Okay.
No, we were in the rain. It was one of my first cars, very young, full of rage. And I came out, it was wet, and he slammed into me, and then he kept driving, and my car was busted up.
He
And
was actually driving to a safer spot, but Jeremy bailed out of the car and went up the street with his arms up like Terminator 2.
So this is
the
Terminator
liquid
2,
guy.
not the original.
Not the original.
I was picturing you like
no,
when
when
he's
he's
puffing
running,
your chest
when
out.
the guy's running down the road.
And then chased it. You tipped my car a tiny, tiny, tiny bit.
No,
He
because
was terrified.
I had to swerve not to kill his child. I had to put my car in the line somehow. I can't remember, but put my car in the
It was
line
a
side
little
him.
accident. It was a little accident.
But he was
Terminator
and so but I
running down
caught
the
him.
street. You did. You caught him. Yeah, you caught him.
kind of
alright,
thing
boy.
where
you
you'd
got
go-
him. You got
And
that guy.
then by the time I got up to the car, I realised how much of a fucking idiot I looked like.
Now what am I gonna do?
So I was like, I knocked on his window. You hit my car, and he's like, dude, and I went, these kids are really scared, and he looks terrified. I'm backing out of this.
Yeah, I gotta stop spitting
Well
my
done,
blood
well
on
done.
this guy's
Yeah,
windscreen.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop strangling this guy right now. These kids are freaking out.
All
Those
the
kids
time.
screaming in my. What is that noise?
jumping up on the hood and doing a 650 Cleveland.
What about the other time your little car alarm went off?
Car alarm.
Jeremy.
Yeah, it was going off. It was like I'd be driving down the road, and the car alarm would just go off, and I'd be woo, and it was getting frustrating.
Is this in the long hair phase or the skinhead phase?
Skinhead.
Okay.
wanna say
Angry phase.
Yeah. Proving a point phase.
Against society has failed me phase.
That's why I don't get tattoos, kids. Because it's like you get
Yeah,
an
you can
angry tattoo when you're angry, and that's angry forever. But so the alarm was going off, Tim. You remember it better than I
Yeah, I didn't realise that it was going off. All that I realised was that I came out the front and Jeremy was like, I've had it with this fucking alarm. That's it. And then popped the old bonnet up and then proceeded to not pull the thing out, but kick it out.
Okay, cool.
In a sort of... who's the guy that does the splits? The old
Van Damme.
Van Damme sort of
Okay.
like downward kick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And pulled it out and did the old on the road kind of deal. Don't alarm me any longer. I'm
Yeah.
already alarmed.
And then half an hour later, the car was stolen because all anyone needed to steal a VB Commodore was a stick.
And no alarm.
Yeah.
That's
God,
true. You could
but,
just jam
uh,
a stick in the ignition, couldn't you? And turn
Oh,
it.
I don't know.
I've
It's
calmed
horrible.
down quite some since.
Yeah.
But I wasn't always in that fit of rage, in that
And
heightened
I,
sense of emotion. But I have been there a few times in my life. I admit it. Yeah,
I
I've
had
been
a-
there.
I
I've
had
been
a
there.
dream.
I've felt emotions. Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
I had a dream the other night.
Owning it is half the battle.
That's right.
I had a dream the other night that I owned a Harley chopper.
Okay, cool.
And I thought I was, in the dream, I had a sense of being midlife crisis is he.
Okay.
I'm actually just about to turn 40, so I don't know what that dream's all about.
No.
But I had a Harley and I was like, in the dream, I'm all cool and I'm like riding it and whatnot. And then I came up to and I'm riding the bike and I got up to a large group of people and I was like, super cool on the highway, riding on my Harley. And pulled up and couldn't balance the bike and did the old...
Pee-wee Herman.
No, did the old, it slips into gear thing and went and jerked forward and then I dropped the bike.
Bugger.
What does that dream mean? Oh, jeez.
If I plugged Wikezi. That dream means pretty much you're turning 40 and you can't do
must.
it yet.
It was pretty. It was pretty funny, and in the third person, I was looking at myself, going,
What a
"You
douchebag."
You douchebag! Why'd you get a Harley?"
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
I think that would happen to
don't
me if I was a
think
motorbike
so.
rider, though. It'd be like pull up at the lights, stall, fall.
And cry.
That
all the way
reminds me.
home.
That reminds me of the first time I ever rode motorbike. I was down at Inverloch,
Oh yeah.
down at the holiday house with Kano and others, and we he was giving me a crash course on this rather large bike, and all right, off you go, drop the clutch and made it about 3 meters, straight over the handlebars. Face plant. Had a helmet on, fortunately. Helmets are quite heavy though, so you sort of feel a bit jolted around. But
I like a bobblehead.
got back up, not wanting to be defeated. Made it about 4 meters. Stopped, put it in neutral, and thought, "Oh, made it." Fell over sideways, crushed my ankle.
Oh, shit.
Couldn't walk, so I hopped for the rest of the weekend, and then just on the morning of the drive home, I was hopping into a cafe to have some breakfast, and I sort of stumbled, and because I couldn't put my other foot down,
Yeah.
I put my hand out to stop myself, and broke my finger.
It's still
it's
bent.
bent.
to this
It's
day.
bent to this day.
Now, didn't you do your ACL
Jeez.
like the next time we went down there? Down
What's your
in
ACL?
Inverloch. It's the your knee thing that everyone gets.
Yeah, I did.
Why do
So
they call it
don't go down to
ACL?
Inverloch.
Yeah, no.
Is Dan's
Dangerous.
lesson of the month.
Dangerous.
But just speaking about Tim turning 40, I did have an idea, and it's in my notes, and I haven't even told you guys, but I think we might have to do a Tim's 40th podcast special.
Special.
Yeah, we'll get everyone in,
Oh, jeez.
all the cats, and have a crack at
We could do that.
40th celebration.
I didn't.
Roasting Tim,
Well, we
didn't-
could
I
play
didn't have a
past the
21st.
didn't you?
No,
That's no
didn't
good.
really want to.
Okay.
You got cash instead, didn't
Didn't really have a 30th.
you? No, you
Can you
didn't.
remember that?
No, I didn't remember it because you didn't
really
have
wanna.
one.
I think I had an 18th, but I let Nick Murphy and Paul Howard organise it, and they invited 150 people that I didn't know, and I
it
don't
was a-
think I was invited.
And it was a great party. And
They
everyone
said it
had
was
a
my
great time.
18th. Oh, we're at a
Okay.
party. It was great. Oh man, you didn't tell me. Oh, I was for your 18th. That surprises me. We didn't invite you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're
No, I
not
was
bitter.
there. No, I was there.
Uh,
Yeah, so
was it a good-
We could
40th.
do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to
You
New
sh-
York
you-
in 10 days.
You need to have a 40th.
Mm.
Because apparently you do.
Yeah. You
But-
don't need to organise it. You've got
Yeah,
personal
other people.
personal party planner here.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy.
Yeah.
What
Party
are you
Pants
gonna-
McGavin.
Okay, guys.
see
I
you.
got a packet of party pies and a 6-pack. What are you guys gonna eat?
That's the only thing I know how to cook. So
That's his party. Oh no, or a party that Jeremy would organise is you get to the party and the party's over and everybody fucking go home.
Yeah. He's
Get
standing
out.
there cranky
Yeah.
in the doorway. Get
So-
the fuck out.
Yeah. So are we done here? Are we done here?
I've been organising this for 2 weeks. I'm over at the Get Out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I can't go to bed until everybody fucks off home.
Yeah.
So Get Out.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you
maybe you
you
can.
had a party at your place recently. Yeah, you did with the
We celebrated Chinese New Year at my house not so long ago.
That's right.
That was
Don't worry about it.
What's up with my dog?
She's barking at my cat,
mm,
my stupid cat, who will not go away, ever, seemingly.
yeah.
Your cat's got some aggression problems, though. Man.
No, that's the other cat, Hoodie, who used to live here, and now he's moved far away.
I'm not a cat
Not to the
person.
farm.
Let me just put that out there.
Well, it's not.
Well, he's-
That's worse than mentioning religion, dudes. Like,
Is it
yeah.
the cat? The cat
The
of his
cat
dog?
Thing is not
Cat
one
dogs.
of
It's
the
Yeah.
like
the holy
it's
trinity of
PlayStation
politics.
versus your Nintendo.
Get your,
It's your records versus
Hold
your,
versus
your
board.
records versus your CDs.
Your Bombers versus Hollywood.
No, I just think that Rodney Rude song "Speed Hump Cat" is great.
It's a masterpiece.
It's great.
It's a masterpiece. Everything about it, start to finish. Can't.
Can't beat it. Rodney Rude is doing gigs up in the old where whatchamacallit?
Flippity
across from the-
sticks.
Okay.
There's the big pub that's across from the Springvale
Old up there,
cemetery over there.
okay. Okay.
He's still doing shows.
Rodney Rude.
Rodney Rude.
Okay.
Rod, they call him.
Okay.
Me.
People that
Rude.
know him.
Yeah. You should go up there.
Yeah.
If you
yourself
like him
pot-
so much.
Well, no, I'm
Why don't
just
you marry
just
him?
partial to a song that talks about ways of disposing of felines.
You know what they say about psychopathic people?
Nope.
They like torturing animals.
Oh.
And they have a particular hatred for cats.
Well, that's how you get to that stage. You have to kill a cat before you kill a human, don't
You gotta
you?
enjoy it.
Enjoy. Yes.
Enjoy the cat killing. Well, then you're a cat hater, and I did see you annihilate that cat driving up the street. We're at Dan's house, and he's driving up
didn't
the street. And he
annihilate
goes, "There's the boys," and we're like, "Hello, we're waving at you from down the street. We're 50 meters away." And then a cat came out
It
in
did
front of
seem
us
like
all,
it happened in
and
slow
It
motion.
was
he
terrible.
just
So
you annihilated that thing. It was
It's not good.
horrific.
I didn't feel good about it.
And then
No.
and then you like pulled up to us. And we're like, "Hi,
What do you say? What do you do?
why didn't you stop, man?" Oh, yeah, you actually didn't say that.
You didn't say
No, I
that.
didn't.
That one.
I was
Didn't
a
go down
little.
like that.
Yeah, you get a bit
That
shocked
actually ran
when
out
these
of-
type
Yeah.
Ran out of the old house there that another friend of ours bought.
I think it was
Consider-
next door.
Right.
But yeah, sad.
Yeah, you blew that cat up.
Yeah.
It's terrible. That is terrible.
It was terrible.
The worst bit was the convulsions that went through.
The worst bit was telling the children that their kitty cat was dead.
Hi, it's
I did knock on the door.
It's Dan.
It's,
It's Dan from down the road.
Daniel. It's your
Hi.
it's your neighbour. Yeah, I just wanted to touch
I think
base.
your cat's on the street. I kind of blew him up with my tires. I think your cat's convulsing.
So, is there any chance I could get a couple of bucks to clean up my car because it's a lot of blood on it, and my wife's quite distressed. So, I'll be going for compensation on that, and
I'll also want a waxing. I think it's only fair, isn't it?
that's how it went down, wasn't it, Dan?
Something like
I've never
that.
actually killed an animal on the road. Never hit a.
First animal I killed. First animal I killed that's burnt into my memory. Running down the embankment at school, and there was like a little sort of like the thing, like a valley.
Mm-hmm.
And I was running along, and a little sparrow ran under my foot,
Oh, really?
and I killed it, and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I fucking love that. And but I can still see it.
Okay.
That's terrible.
That's a horrible thing.
The worst.
Remember when we went to skirmish up on the Murray?
You sure?
I
do. No,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
And we were fanging it down this dirt track towards the place where we were going to shoot each other repeatedly. And this fucking kangaroo jumped out. Like,
Punched it.
yeah. What? Kangaroo, mate? What are you doing jumping out in front of a car? That's just silly. You're asking for trouble. And so I
asking for dashboard.
slammed on the brakes. Still hit him at, I don't know, 80.
280.
85. It was a solid hit. And because Betsy's like cast iron, indestructible, it still smashed a headlight out, I might add.
Oh, I
but
thought you were going to say smashed his head off.
no. I jumped out of the car thinking,
What
"There's
have
no
I
wa-
done?"
There's no way this guy can survive. I've just pulverized him. Jumped out of the car, and he was like,
Like a cat.
and I thought, oh, fuck,
What
what
do
are
I
we going
do?
to do? We're going to have to, like,
Put him out of his misery.
put him out of his misery.
So I stomped his brain to death.
No. So
Oh, no.
Well,
so
I was.
I was thinking, oh, what the fuck am I going to do? And then he just jumped up and hopped off.
Went on his way.
And off you
So you
go.
didn't kill him.
Yeah, no, he was,
Did
he was
he
fine.
fuck the car up? There was a
Well, he
dent in the
smashed
front of
a
the
he
car.
smashed a headlight,
Headlight.
but no, Betsy was bloody
There
indestructible.
seems to be a lot
There
of
was that-
road killers.
Well, there was that time that we almost became roadkill coming back from a rave at Cryle Castle.
Yeah.
We came and carried in a car, Vanessa and I.
Yeah.
His little blue Corolla, the Blue Meanie, I believe it was called.
Okay.
Icy Cool, big shout out. Big shout out to Icy Cool. And Supreme FM, big shout out to Icy
Big
Cool.
Supreme FM. Icy
and,
Cool doing Saturdays and Sunday nights, rocking it out. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, today and tomorrow.
Chucking a couple of dance music, dancey pants and pants.
What do you got there, Tim? You got the dancey pants or you got the pansy dance pants?
So we're coming down the freeway in the Blue Meanie, and Cam was driving normally.
Officer.
Your Honour. And the car in front of us, I spied that the wheel was coming off the trailer. Like, you see that start wobble.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with death.
Here it comes. And at the instant that Cam's gone tickety tick tick, pressed on the old brakety brakes, and we're like, what the hell are you doing? And as he did that, the wheel off this trailer has gone bounce straight over right at us over the windscreen. If he didn't brake then, if he wasn't watching, we would have worn that wheel for sure.
Well done, Icy Cool.
Icy Cool, big shout out for saving the
goods,
podcast, man, once again.
He saved it.
Yeah.
He saved the
This
podcast.
wouldn't be happening right now if it wasn't
Well,
for
you'll
him.
be dead.
But it was amazing. It was great timing. He timed the bounce between the gap and calculated for speed and velocity, and also how much to press on the brakes. And
pretty good.
What we can take away from this is people be safe on the roads. Let's just everybody chill out. Look up from your phones every once in a while to see what's coming up, and your Sudoku can wait. No one plays Sudoku anymore, do they?
Do they? Was that a phone?
I don't know
that
what
went
that
around?
is.
Isn't it Words with Friends that went around?
Words with Friends. That's a better reference there,
Do
Tim.
You're on the I noticed you're on Facebook. I was pilfering through your photos today to get your photo for the podcast profile, and you are still. Can I say?
Sure.
You still Dan the Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was Tim DJ Relic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Tim Jarelic, as my name was.
As it reads.
And Facebook called me up and the old texty text. They didn't call me. They just texted me saying, if you can't lock me out, if you can't prove that your name's Tim Jarelic, you can't have an account.
Okay.
So what's your
Assholes.
real name, dude?
Birth certificates,
And I had to
please.
say, no, they asked for a scan of your license or some form of proving that you are who you are and that your name is Tim Jarelic. And I couldn't do it, and they changed my name to my real name.
Well,
And
there
you
is.
still got your.
Well, I got away with it. I wanted to have Dan the Man all separated and nicely spaced out, but I had to settle for Dan Thiemann.
So I was Tim
And
Jarelic.
Who the hell is this guy?
Dan
I
Thiemann.
I don't know this guy.
Thiemann. So I got a visit from one of Dad's sisters not so long ago, and she brought up Facebook, and she said, "Who's this Dan Thiemann that you're?"
Yeah, that's what I thought when I got it. Your friend request.
Yeah, who's Dan Thiemann? And fortunately, my cousin was there to point out the fact that there was meant to be a space there, but Facebook wouldn't let me. So now I'm Dan Thiemann.
Well, I think it's all part of their rich tapestry of networking people, because you know that photo went up of Jeremy, and they automatically try to tag it as me. So they did facial recognition and went, hang about, there's
This
a bit
guy
of
looks
DNA.
like this
There's a
guy.
bit of DNA in this photo right here. You look like him. Looks like you. Looks like him.
Same
Tag
jawline.
me. Tag me. Tag me. Tag me. Like me. Tag.
All right.
Tag. Share. Like. Share.
Yeah, I need that. I need that rush though, the endorphins and the dopamines when someone likes for something that I've done. You see, I love it. I just love
Oh, I've
it.
been tagged in a photo. Oh, I actually tagged myself. But at least I've
You have been known to tag yourself from once in a while, every once in a while. Now, look, Pop Asia, right?
We're back to Pop Asia.
Well, we're going to start on Pop Asia, right? The reason I bring it up is I was going through my notes, topics and whatnot, and it's the English words that I don't get. So they'll be doing their song in Mandarin or Cantonese, whatever's going down.
Yeah.
and then an English word, a very obvious English word, will be inserted into the song.
Like happy or
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
or
some
something.
puppy dog, crying puppy dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? What's the mix up? Is that because there's no word? For
Are they
the word
using it like French, like how we use croissant, right? Because we don't have a name for pastry shaped like a crescent, right? So we went. It's just.
Croissant.
It's just. Is that what it is? So we'll just use the word that's already been invented. I'm asking, why aren't they inventing words?
I think what you've got
Why aren't
with
they
Pop
inventing
Asia.
words?
Why isn't there a word for that?
I think what you've got with Pop Asia is mass manufactured tripe that every single song has exactly the same topic, sung in almost exactly the same way, and it's just an excuse to get some super hot teeny boppers to have sex with the air.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh my god! In fact, some record labels in Korea. This is a fact. Have been told that they need to tone down their sexual innuendo.
Yeah, they do.
In in film clips, because the majority of these girls having sex with the air in every dance move that they do, that
Makes the average man horny.
wow,
It's
it's
very-
just awesome.
It is. It's
Just
fantastic.
It's one of the best things to watch.
It is.
Ugh.
Truly
But
is.
but
And,
they're like 15.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
They are quite
So
young, aren't they?
once you know how old these they're-
stars.
Artists
they're-
are artists or whatever.
Well, are they artists? I think.
Well, that's what I
No,
want.
it's-
How
it's-
can you
it's-
have?
it's
How
half the
can
time
how
it's
can
not
a
them singing.
little country like South Korea produce 5,000 girl groups, but not just 3 girl groups or 4 girl groups? These are
16.
25
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's actually
lady
well, that's
tribe.
it. Like, so obviously, it's sort of like
Titillation.
Australian Idol or whatever. You end up owing the record company. You know,
so
Nah,
we're
they
going
just
to
know
need.
you
they're
end up
onto
in
it.
crippling debt.
So what do you think that they subcontract positions in the band to make it cheaper for everybody? So
Well-
they say, okay, we're not
They
going to
just
make
go, so some
our,
rich.
our dividends aren't meeting up. We're going to have another 13 people in this band. Do you know any sexy women? Yes.
Do you know the other fun fact about Korea?
Fact. Is it a fact?
Apparently, about 75% of girls have had at least one surgical procedure
Right,
of the cosmetic variety.
because they don't like themselves, or
Well, I don't know. There's this thing where they want to become more westernized, so they slit the ends of their
Don't do
eyes to
that.
make their eyes bigger, or they chisel their jawbone to give them more
don't
angular
chisel
features.
your jawbone.
And everyone wants a western nose because
No, they don't.
they want to have a brow.
That's terrible.
A bridge. Yeah, right.
So everyone, well, not everyone, but pretty much everyone goes under the knife. Yeah, fact.
Pretty much everyone. So I've heard.
Pretty much everyone. 70 odd percent of people.
No. There's this thing. Do yourselves a favour. Doesn't have to happen right now. But when you get a chance, Google Korean. I think it was like Miss World contestants.
Yeah, okay.
And they play this little clip that face frames every one of the 50 contestants, and every single one's face is identical because of the
operation.
The operations
you
that they've
need
done.
to have, if you're going to compete
Right.
seriously
Yeah.
in this competition,
Yeah.
you need to have had
Yeah.
the surgeries done.
Well,
I will check that out in my private time.
do that.
But like you're saying, like how
many
many groups?
How many girls you say?
At least 50.
Was it 50?
Enough.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna
how
have to get
many?
you guys to go. It's Timmy's sexy time.
It's my alone time. How many groups can they support a country?
It's for outsourcing and.
Well, I'll tell you just
like
how
money
irrelevant,
laundering.
just how irrelevant the lyrics are. K-pop is huge in China.
Yeah.
And there's 1.6 billion of them.
Yeah.
So I reckon they can just keep farming out
Churning
this
them out.
claptrap. And
It's it. It's like
and
the
make,
next movie. We're all suckers for the next movie.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
comes
Like,
out.
it's
It's
probably
another
like
one.
a business opportunity for someone. Like, I've got 50 grand to invest. I'll get go to the talent agency. I'll get that one. We'll put the music into the computer. We'll post it on. We'll get the makeup. Put the film clip. If it takes off, I can essentially quadruple my money, or infinite amount of money. But the agency, right, charges these people to be in their agency.
Pimps.
So, well, yeah,
Commish.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you could end up owing this agency, recording company, whatever, a shit ton of money, a shit ton.
Yeah, because they're going in deep.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we've made it. We've got this group. We've got this group. We
all the way to
can't.
the base.
We can't fail now.
And it's like anything in the 80s, like all those groups that was like, now I'm an Ant-Man. Now I'm a person wearing ripped up clothes, and it's like all
Overalls.
these gimmicks, overalls, and
Parachute pants. You've got your
you've got your
hypercolour.
You got your wake me up before you go.
Oh, don't forget the crisscross wear your fucking clothes backwards phase.
Yeah, but that'd be just a phase, because I have noticed with the K-pop that it's gone from music that was new, that sounded completely dated, to now.
When do you think the
kinda catching
pants?
up.
When do you think the jeans with the boxes sewed onto the top of the jeans, so that you can be like pants half down? Cool dude will return. And while we're on the
any day now.
and while
it was like, it's due. Like, I thought it was already.
and while we're on
I
that
thought it was already
subject, aren't you pleased? Well, I'm pleased that the last time the Ned Kelly beard actually cycled was 1850. Which means we won't see it again for like 200 years.
Yeah.
It's commerce of
Yeah.
beards, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Ned Kelly beards.
It's not like yo-yos.
Well, you know how
yo-yos
they
will
say-
come back. Yo-yos are due right now for a comeback.
80s fad, every 20 years we have a cycle.
Yep.
We've just come out of a phase where it was acceptable for me to wear my most treasured possessions ever, flannies.
Yeah.
And,
Funnies
that's
came
gone
back
again.
for-
That's
well,
gone.
Is that
I think
already
flannies
gone?
are gone.
They
yeah.
came and went.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah, they
it.
came and
Yeah,
went.
you missed it again,
Damn it,
Tim.
I missed it.
Which,
Get on the next round.
yeah.
Well, you only got to wait
Well,
another
you
10
don't,
to 15.
you don't have
If
to wait
I-
too long. Don't worry. But Ned Kelly beards, they
Well,
won't,
it would
they
take
won't be back
if
for
I stop shaving now.
150.
Well, if I stop shaving
I can't
now,
wait.
it'll take me 150 years to grow a beard.
Yeah.
My facial hair just doesn't grow that way. I can't.
Do you want it to though?
I don't know if I could ever get beyond
Yeah,
the.
but do you want it to though?
Well, I guess not.
So use by dates, you're saying with fashion and beards and whatnot. What's the use by date on a movie quote like
It's funny you should
an
say that.
Austin Powers one?
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this.
behave.
I was thinking about this the other day. I have always had a tendency to sort of my go-to response for quick gag is to answer with a movie quote
Yeah.
in general conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your
Whale's
high
vagina.
you've got your high rotations that are more modern, like
swing.
like anything Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
But there's Blues Brothers.
You
and
got
there's
your
also,
What?
rollers.
No.
Yep.
shit.
Okay, that's 30, 40 years old now. Probably
Yeah.
should stop
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it.
you should
Yeah.
probably stop saying that.
Well, yeah, you probably should. But when
I'm so used to saying it.
yeah.
It's
No,
just
no,
true.
no.
Like,
Well, I spent a little bit of time working in a government department, and I was part of the defence team, and we were having a meeting, and I was called in via phone link.
That's so
You know,
professional.
Yeah, with all of the head honchos in the defence team.
I wasn't wearing
in the lead up
pants.
to something like the air show or something like that. We
Yeah.
were having a bit of a planning meeting, and then at the end of these type of meetings, they go around the table and they say, "Do you have anything extra to add?" And without thinking, like this
Does
is a
anybody else's
professional.
water taste like
No,
shit?
without thinking, professional environment.
Oh, shit.
I went. They went. Oh, so Danoz, have you got anything to add? And I went. Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. I was like, oh,
What have I done?
what did I just do?
I'm not even wearing pants.
Yeah, and
Dan, I'm gonna have to get you to step into my office for a minute.
Daniel, can you just join us in the conference room for a second?
I don't think the the government defense knows anything about Goose and Maverick.
well, I wondered when reflecting on it later, like, what the fuck did you say that for? You
What have I
idiot.
done?
You fucking idiot.
I've got a
And it
mortgage.
was like, well, this movie was huge.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Cruise.
It was,
You know,
it
everyone's-
was
everyone-
propaganda. It was
everyone-
American propaganda.
Everyone
It
loves
was
Tom
the
Cruise.
Defense Force. Yeah,
and,
yeah, sure.
Apparently
Uh,
not on this show though.
No.
But
Is that? Did
you know,
how they
does
react?
a
Did
late
anybody react
80s
to it?
late 80s reference still fly in day-to-day conversation?
It flies like Highway to the Danger Zone. It flies when they play it like 9 times in one movie.
I haven't
Excuse me. Hey, don't worry. I'll take care of this. You never close your eyes.
I
Worst
haven't.
movie ever. Go
I
on.
haven't been able to work.
I still love it. And Kenny Loggins, when I hear that intro, just gives me tingles.
He bought the 3D TV when we went in there playing the Maverick and Goose,
Oh yeah, that's right.
the Top Gun. Down. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I don't use my movie quotes as much as I used to. It's kind of phased out in my day to days.
Well, some are
I deal
phased
with
out.
so many young
I
people
don't
that they
quote I don't quote Encino Man anymore.
I got
But
sick
once
of-
upon a time I did a lot.
I just got sick of explaining what the hell I was talking about.
I think if any event the listeners will go back, I reckon you say a lot of movie quotes that you don't even
I
realise.
probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once upon a time I was like topical and cool, but now people just consider me obtuse.
Yeah, like what's a Fetty Wap? I don't know what anything is anymore.
What's a Fetty Wap?
Yeah, that's
What
a
is a
thing.
Fetty
That's a
Wap?
person or a musician.
That
And
you
Niece
made that
and
up.
Niece got her Letterman's jacket, you know, the Year 12 jacket, and it's got her little quote on the back or whoever she is, and it's like Queen Trap, and her surname's Trappett. And I went, oh, that's pretty cool, man, because Trappett and everything, and you know, and she goes, no, it's got nothing to do with that.
What?
I went, what is
it?
What are you talking about? She goes, you know, it's a Fetty Wap song. I went, what's a Fetty Wap? And that's when I knew I was getting old.
Yes, that's what that's what I washed up, and that's
What's that, Tim?
that's
What's
looks
that?
like
What's that smell?
it looks like the music's coming up. Can you hear that in your?
Can you see that?
headphones
Can you hear that?
there, Danoz?
Can you smell that?
No.
You can't.
No.
You sure?
Not even for make believe.
Okay. I can hear it. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of.
I'm new.
I think we're gonna let some air into the escape pod. Should we?
Oh man, I
Need to let some air in.
need some Fetty Wap up in here right now.
Listen, pretty well. Well, that's the music's coming up, so
Pressing the self-destruct
it's time to sign off.
button. Ship will
Please
self-destruct in
tune
exactly
in
2
to
minutes
other
and
episodes
45
through
seconds.
Tuesday.net. You can go to that. At Escape Pod is on Twitter.
I think that's about. We don't have to
The escape pod. The escape pod.
Please troll
What if there are droids in the escape pod?
Yeah, but trolls
Sensors
is-
will pick them up.
Escape pods have really nice.
Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should look out.
All right. I'm Tim Taco.
I'm Danoz Direct, where you'll always get something to sweeten the bargain.
And I'm Arthur Pozzarelli.